Good morning, everybody. It's 8:26 a.m. on December 21st. Uh, Yesterday was interesting. Um, had some games being played, and looks like there might be a mini rally coming. I'm not 100% sure. That obviously never am, but we were pretty oversold, and we couldn't get that much lower yesterday. So, and a big part of that was a uptrend line support and a downtrend line resistance. Okay, so let's look at the watch lists. Just give me a sec here, guys. All right. What do we have going here? All right. Crude up 2.13%, up $1.62 a barrel. Uh, Everybody saw I put my straddle on yesterday. That's looking good so far. I'll explain why I put it on a little more in detail a little bit. The Dow is up almost a percent. The Russell's up 9.92%. The ES is up 0.76%. Nasdaq up 0.52%. All right. Uh, Bonds are being bought. All right. So let's see here. The dollar is down slightly. Bitcoin's down slightly. 10-year yield down almost a percent. All right. The VIX is down 3.63%. Okay. That could lead to this little mini rally I'm speaking about. Okay. All right. Let's look over the daily charts and pull them up. Okay. Give me a sec here. Actually, let me go back to this watch list for a sec. Talk about certain things here. Leaders, Tesla, mentioning they're going to be laying off some hiring freeze and laying off some people. Elon wants to step down as CEO. Um, Tesla's not looking too hot. Thought I got a good buys on along my long-term portfolio, but clearly I didn't. Um, Amazon up 1.49%. Coins up 1%. Snow's up 1%. All right. Then we have any laggards, no laggards to speak of. FedEx had earnings of the day. UPS is up. Obviously, oil's up. Let's see any laggard. Roblox is the only laggard, and why is that? Let's see. Well, I don't know. That could be the Kramer curse. Kramer's thinking Roblox is good, but Roblox is not terribly down. Sectors, energy, and discretionary. No surprise there with Amazon and Tesla. Um, no laggard to speak of. All right, so let's go to the daily chart. Nike had some good earnings too. So, all right. So in the SPY, okay, what did we do yesterday? Whole lot of nothing. So we came, made new lows, right, but couldn't sustain them, and then we kind of like closed up above this key support level, right? So I said in the pre-market video I was looking for a specific level to be broken. That was 38.62. Well, it broke, but it couldn't hold. Okay. Um, so why that was, all right. So in the SPX, okay, I look at that a lot too. It's the cash market, all right. And if I change it to an hourly chart, you can see here this hourly trend line. Right when we got here, we broke, right? Right here, but we couldn't hold it and we came down. And we came down hard, came back up to it, right? And then we finally broke it, but more because of time, not because of price, really. It was just time. and then we just traded sideways. But this, okay, along with, let's go to the Qs. Let me go back to the daily. Let's go to the Qs now. The Qs honored both trend lines. They honored both trend lines. The downtrend line it hit, and that caused selling, right? And this uptrend line caused the bounce the other day. We went below the downtrend line, hit this support of 266, and bounced off. It literally caught, you can see it's caught in the middle of these two trend lines. Very, very, very interesting, right? If we break that down to an hourly chart, you can see this trend line right here. It hit it, sold off. Hit it, sold off, right? And then time broke it, which is not bullish. That's just time. So let's go back to a daily. All right. So that's what we're looking at there. So let's look at the triple-headed monster. And interesting because the TNX gapped up yesterday. See this gap up, which is bearish for the market. Okay. And now we're kind of down a little bit, but we're holding it. Okay. Down a little bit. Right. Now let's look at this VIX. The VIX just tanked today. Boom. We're approaching this 20. This support here. It's still moving down. Okay. Hence why maybe there's a mini rally, not a Santa Claus rally coming, because we're just so oversold. Okay. The dollar. Still in a range, lower though, right? Positive for equities, positive for commodities when the dollar's down. All right, remember the yen, the Bank of Japan started to get stricter, and the yen went crazy. Okay, so that's that. Let's just take a quick look at the Dow. Now the Dow did have a golden cross here. That's when the 50 move crosses the 200. So the market's in a range. Okay, 3 dojis almost in a row. Let's look at the Russell. The Russell's kind of holding this. What is this? I wouldn't even. This is still. I'm not even gonna use that. But this is just under every moving average. It's very weak. All right. But this is a lot of trade here to get through. So, all right. Let's look at futures. All right. Let's look at futures. Nice throw. Hit you with the watch list. Let's go over to the ES and see what we're doing. Right. All right. So you can see here. I was mentioning this yesterday. Okay. You can see we have a very balanced profile. That is like classic balanced profile. Okay. And it's completed. So look at that. We have the most traded price right in the middle. That price, 38.59. Right here. Okay. Now, we are above that. Price is here. We're gapping up. Gapping up now. That now is short-term bullish. Okay. You stay under this, that's short-term bearish. You stay above this, that's short-term bullish, right? Most traded price of the month all the way up here. That is 3994. Okay. Now, if you look at the long-term profile, which is this orange profile, there is a void of volume here. There's a void of volume. So, this is very interesting. Now, I don't know because the big bang, everybody, the heavyweight guys are kind of out of the market, but the volume has not been that bad. So, if there is a shot here, okay, if there's a shot, there's a lot of supply up here though. We could definitely move up. I'm not saying all the way up to the most traded price of the month, but it's very interesting what could happen today. Okay, and we have a lot of oversold action here, and we still have this high here. So let's just look at this really quickly. I just want to point that out because we have a complete profile, and we're above the most traded price of the week, short-term bullish. Got that out of the way. Okay, so prices here. We're in a supply zone right now. We hit a supply zone and fell off. Okay, here's yesterday's high, 38.66. Yesterday's low, overnight low. Now check this out. Okay, overnight low is right here with settlement. There's no selling. It's 100% net long. So this sets up two things. All right, I could see a sell off. Now this is the key level here. You got a demand zone here, and you got the most traded price of the week, which should act as support. If it doesn't, then that's MGI, that's market jitter information, and we should fall right. But I'm thinking if there is some sell, because like when you have 100% net long, everybody's long overnight. As soon as we open and we do one of these, you could squeeze or people to take profits, and then if we hold here, that could be the next one. Okay, we have to see though, because we're gapping up, and every when we gap up, the key is, do we fill it? Do we fill the gap right here? Do we fill the gap? Do we go farther into range? Okay, that's very important. And most traded price is right here too. So I say if you start, ultimate, you get a little worried is if we go under this most traded price, even though the demand zone's here, you don't want to go under that because that's the most traded price of yesterday. Okay, if people are positioned long there, we're going to get hurt. We're going to go down. All right, so let's look at the NASDAQ. Good old NASDAQ. All right, so now, very interesting. Okay, very interesting. Now the NASDAQ is not gapping higher. Okay, let me lift this up. NASDAQ is not gapping higher. Okay, price is right here, 112.34. Okay, so we're inside the range. There's the highs and the lows of yesterday. Here's the high of the overnight session. Here's the low. Still 100% net long here in the NASDAQ as well, but we came in a little bit. So this is more of a balanced profile. Okay, so let's make this a little bigger now. Let's make this bigger so I can show you guys a little better here. Okay, so now if you notice too, this is even a better view. Okay, most traded price. This is beautiful here. The most traded price and the most traded price of the week. Most traded price of yesterday and the week is here. So this is the tipping point for the market. Okay, Nasdaq Tech has 28% share of the S&P. So you have to pay attention to this. If we fall below here, this is the tipping point of today. If you fall below here and hold it, we're gonna go down. Okay, we should. Now, if we do this, dip, come right back above it, that's a long. Okay, but you don't want to see this and this, because we're probably doing this. Okay, because you have the most traded price of the week and the most traded price of yesterday. That means the most, this is the fairest price of the market right now. Okay, and you have longs from here. Remember, 100% net long the overnight. So if anybody just has stops here, and then you have yesterday's most traded price, boom, or hold it. It's very key level. Okay, that's very key. So we have to see. Now they're both not gapping up. ES is stronger. Okay, so let's move over to, let's see here. I could just show you crude for a second. I can show you how that trade's looking. Looking decent. Looking decent. We're coming up to key levels. So let's just pull that up. I can show you why I took it. Okay, I can show you why. Okay, so yesterday we were in balance. This is crude. Okay, the most traded price of the week and the month are exactly the same, and you can see in crude. I'm gonna just go into the profile a little bit. You can see how much balance there's been. Okay, you can just see the balance. So when you have the most traded price of the week and the most traded price of the week, I mean month and the week together, people are, that's just so much inventory agreeing here that whatever way you go, down or up, you're going to get a pretty big move. So if you look at crude right now, crude did break out yesterday, but where did it go? Most traded price of the week and the month. That's where it literally came down to, and look what happened. It shot straight up. It held this level, and now it's higher. I got in at 76. It's the high is 78 right now. Okay, that's how you can see that. Let me see if you can see that any better on this chart. Just so I can show you. So you can see here, remember, every outline's a month, every little blue guy is a week. So if you noticed, the price of this week, 79, 75.91, and the month are the same. See that? And look, see that resistance level here? We broke it just before, and now we're holding it. So I would love crude to come all the way here to this low volume node would be the first test here, the top of this month. Okay, that's, I would like to get up to there, because you can see, look at this thin volume here on this week, couple weeks prior, this candle right here. If we start popping up here, I could see it's coming there. That's why I put the trade on. Okay, hoping that makes sense to you guys. And crude doesn't have so many things involved. It has news involved, but there's not like it's onto itself. That's what I like about crude, is because I don't have to look at Apple, Microsoft, like all these things. Because if you're gonna trade the ES or the SPY or the Qs, you got to look at multiple things. So now let's look at how the trade is doing. It's okay. I mean, my trade right now, but I'm looking for the big move. That big move's gonna, that's what I'm looking for. Okay, so let's look at that. So right now it's up $55. I bought it at 713 and at 731. Obviously I put it on because I didn't know which way this could go with the balanced market. Obviously, if you just take the 76 call, it's up $339. But obviously, I have a put that I bought as well. So I'm hoping for that to run. Okay. I'd like to take some profit. I have an order out of 750, but we'll see. Okay. We'll see. Just thought I'd show you guys that for a sec. All right, let's go to the hourly charts. All right. So I'm going to put a couple things on the chart here to make it easier for us to see. There's the most traded price of the week up there. All right. I want to make sure we have that because that's a very important level on the ES, but even more important on the NASDAQ. Okay. So what do we have? We have support here now. Look at that. See, this level I was looking to break yesterday's now was resistance. Because look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It just got like rejected. And now look. It's holding, 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 holding. Okay. That's why I kept that level up there. Okay. Now we're above the most traded price of the week, and we're gapping higher. Okay. NASDAQ is not. So that's important, right? But we have a couple supply zone. We have a lot of supply here. We have a lot of supply ahead. Overhead supply. Okay, so doesn't mean we can't take this out. It just means that there's supply here, and we have a high volume node right here. So that's a little, doesn't mean you can't go through, but it might not be as easy. Okay, it might not be easy. That's why I can see us possibly trying to come up and then coming back either to this trend line or down testing here again, and that could then send us. Okay, so basically support 62. You don't want to lose this, and you don't want to lose 38.44. You start doing this, break that trend, go under here. Like I said, it could get ugly. Okay, so that's what I'm looking at, and we have a 38.97 resistance that's been pretty strong, but this big supply zone here, and another node. So we got some work ahead of us. But see this little chasm, this little void in here? Once we get above this, you could get a shot up to here, in here. Okay? Okay. Let's look at the NASDAQ. Let's look at the NASDAQ. Alright. And you're going to see the levels. It's just perfect. Okay? It's really perfect. That's what I'm saying. The NASDAQ shows it perfectly. You can see, okay, we have support 111.58. Okay, the overnight is really in a range. It really has this resistance of 112.54. It's a monster level of resistance. Okay, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times it's been rejected. Okay, monster level. Okay, so this is the area. This is really clear to see today. This is what I like to see. All right, you break this. You break this. You got to see what the market does with it, and can we just come up here, right? Can we break the 113.11 and go up, maybe possibly to 114.05? I'm not saying that's all on the cards because that's another big resistance level, right? But you can see we kind of just came down here. All right, there's some single prints there too. right? So very key levels: resistance 112.54, okay, 111.58 support. However, like I said, this is the most traded price of yesterday and the week. This right here, you can see it's holding up right here. It came down to it and punched off of it again. And you can see why. Look at all this trading in here. Look at all those candles, right? These guys are long. You come under here, boom. That's a lot of longs liquidate there. Okay? But if we stay above it, you have a shot. Okay. Hopefully that's clear. That's what I'm looking at. I like this because it gives me a clear plan for today. It really does give me a clear plan. All right. All right. ES is pushing right now. We have to see though, right? You need NASDAQ to work in sequence. Okay. So let's get the ES back up here, so I can look at it as reference. Okay. Let's put the marker profile up here. All right. So scenarios. Let's do it. Let's do it now. We're 100% net long. Okay. We're gapping higher. So for the shorts out there, this isn't all out bearish, but it is a shortable play. I can see this trade possibly happening. Okay, whenever you're 100% long and you're keeping the highs, okay, everybody is long. So one of the things, and we're in supply. We have supply here, have supply here. Okay, I could see this happening. Okay, come up now. If we have a little bit to go here. We have to 9:30. Okay, so what I could see happening is push up into this supply. Okay, and you could almost see the if we cross back through the open. So wherever we open, right, and we push a little higher, if we come back through that open, that's a pretty good short, and you can take it right back here to yesterday's high. Okay, take some more off in here. Want to leave a runner on to see if we go far, fine, but I don't see, I'm not saying it goes all the way there. I'm just saying that is a pretty good short, but you need to get exhaustion and the cross back through and see some weakness in the market, because these overnight longs are going to go, oh shit, I'm taking profits. Okay, so I'm going to look out for that. It's not an easy trade to pull off because it's very quick. Okay, very quick. And there's also something too yesterday that I want to talk about, is a prominent POC. Okay, that's getting into the market profile terminology a little bit, but a prominent POC is a point of control, much shorter price. Okay, so I want to show you this, and I'm pretty sure it is, but I'm gonna open this up here and to show you guys. This is the POC. You can see it says POC. It's prominent. I think 7 or more TPOs is a wide POC. So let's break this out so I can show you. All right, see those letters? So let's see how many times we cross that price. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 30-minute bars cross that price. And it happens to be the volume POC too. Okay? That's how many TPOs, time price opportunity. That's just 30-minute bars that cross that level. So that's a good target too. If we come back into range, this is a prominent POC, a wide POC like that, we'll do that. Okay. Let's go back to the scenarios. I gave you the short. Okay. Okay. Now, the long. The long. The long comes in two ways. Obviously, if we open here and we just gap and go, I don't know if that's likely, but it could. Okay. However, you could take the first part of my trade and say, okay, my plan is not to short off the open like I said, but you can take the pullback, pull back either to the highs, fill in the gap, or to this 38.62 level and the most traded price of the week, and you then go long. Okay. And then there's good old bounce. Okay, we pop up here and we start to balance off. We come down here, come back up and bounce. Okay. And then just to lastly give you the scenario of there, I think we definitely can pop up, come down here, and then if, like I said, we come down here, hold, and we break that, we're going back to yesterday's lows. I showed you that a little bit in the first trade, but I wanted to give just an all-out bearish play. There it is. Okay, not going to be much different, my scenarios, but what I said was the beauty of the Nasdaq. It just has a more clear setup. Okay, because of the most traded price of the week and the most traded price of the month, right here. They're together, and the low of the overnight is together. This is very key level. You lose that. Okay, so see, we're not even gapping up here like we are in the ES. Look at this gap in the ES, the Nasdaq, and this, you want to watch this because this will take down ES. So if we do this, oh, and doop, come back, okay, and we go like this and hold, we're going to visit the lows. And I should have changed that to red, but I'm just saying this level's key for the ES too. 1185. You don't want to break. You break that and hold it, this isn't good for the ES. This is going to fall too. Okay. And of course, bull. I'll have to change my bull to let's see. Well, you get it. I'm just going to change this here. Same thing here, guys. If we hold it, you can go like this. If we hold it, okay, definitely. Or if we do this and right away come right above it, that's another way. Okay. And then of course, good old bounce. Come up, come back, bounce. Come down, come up, bounce. Okay. All right, guys. I got crude to look at. Crude's gapping up as well. All right. Hope everybody has a good day. This market is going to be a little wonky, of course, with this trade of it's kind of Christmas is coming. Okay, but it looks pretty good. Like the volume isn't too bad. So, all right. Wish everybody good luck. Give me a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.